I'm Mary Beth Seawald, President and CEO of the Vegas Chamber, and thank you so much for joining us today. This is an historic announcement in a historic city. The Vegas Chamber is in Washington, D.C. this week for meetings on a variety of topics with decision makers, and we're talking with our leaders here on Capitol Hill. At the top of the list, though, is workforce development and retraining. It's a very exciting day for us here at the Vegas Chamber. We're connecting job seekers with the resources they need to help them with retraining and upskilling to get the jobs that they really need. That's why today the Vegas Chamber is so excited to announce the launch of the Southern Nevada Workforce Solutions web portal. I am joined today by several of my very good friends and colleagues from the Vegas Chamber and partners with the Vegas Chamber here to talk about the brand new portal, are the founding partners of this great resource. First, we'll start with Mr. Hugh Anderson from Hightower, Las Vegas. Hugh, thanks for being with us. We also have Mr. Ryan Woodward from the National Technical Institute. They are both proud Vegas Chamber trustees. We also have our partner Jaime Cruz, Executive Director of Workforce Connections, Jaime, and Justin Cohen is the Executive Vice President of REQ. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us on this exciting day.
Our pleasure.
Excellent, excellent. Hugh, let's start with you. Tell us about the new Southern Nevada Workforce Solutions Portal and why it is so critically important for our economy.
Thanks, Mary Beth. At the outset of the pandemic, Ryan and I were lamenting the condition of our working folks in Nevada. For the third time since the turn of the century, these people, through no fault of their own, were thrown out of work. 9/11, the not-so-great recession, and now the pandemic. And he and I were convinced that we had the resources and to use an old adage, we had the technology to fix that problem once and for all. What we envisioned was not something to help people find a job. It was to find career security. And as we heard Frank Luntz say this morning, career security is what matters to folks. And so what we did with the help of Jaime and Justin and other folks that we brought together, we basically asset mapped what was going on in the state and what resources were available. And one of the things we discovered was simple things like when people went to apply for unemployment benefits, they went straight to that button and all they had to do was scroll down half an inch and they could find other resources to help them look for new career paths and so forth. And we said, this has got to change. So with the help of Justin and his team, we decided to take all of the resources and put them under one umbrella. And we think we've got a solution for people to finally, once and for all, find career paths that are the future, not the past.
Well, it's such an exciting idea and prospect. Ryan, you are in the workforce training sector. Why is there a need for this kind of a resource in the first place?
Yeah, thank you, Mary Beth. As Hugh was saying, there are a lot of resources out there, but a lot of people don't know where they're at, how to find those things. And at a time when many people are out of work and realizing they had a job, but they want a career, how do they get the skills that they need to get into the career they want? Where do they go to find a place to get those skills? This resource gives them that opportunity to go to one place, find a lot of those answers, so that we're trying to make it as easy as possible for people to find a place to get the skills to get the career that will help them to find the security they're looking for. Well, it's as simple as that.
We appreciate your help and we know how important this is. Jaime Cruz, you are our local subject matter expert when it comes to workforce development. What would you say makes this resource so unique?
Well, thank you, Mary Beth. What makes this resource so unique is it was built by the business community. And so in the public workforce development system, we seek to solve the supply-demand equation, the supply being the ready workers and the demand being the employers who are looking for these ready workers. So when you're trying to help the supply, what's better than starting with the demand, the people who know what those workers need?
Well, and Justin Cohen, you were the one who really, you were instrumental in developing this web portal. Give us a little idea of how it works.
Thank you, Mary Beth, and obviously thank you to the gentleman who helped get us this far. So as Ryan was saying, our goal was to make something easy, and really to make it easy for those out there looking for retraining, reskilling, career discovery, a new job, to say, I can do this, to say, yes, I can do this. And the goal of the site is to make it simple, make it so you don't have to go through some of the bureaucratic sites we're used to that are tricky and don't work on a phone. We wanted to make something that brought all of those resources together, as you said, in one place, one click away from where you need to be, so you can start on that path.
All right, and I'm going to go to Hugh next, so let's pass the microphone back down. But Hugh, what would you say, this is the launch of phase 1, right? So what would you say would be the next steps for this portal?
Well, the next steps is to get the word out there that it is available to folks. And we're all about the data. The more use we can get out of the site, the more data we can collect to find out what's working, what's not working, and refine the site. Justin and his team have already envisioned multiple iterations of the site going forward to enhance it and make it as foolproof as possible so people can understand that those careers that they see advertised on TV don't all require 4-year degrees. Many only require certifications that can lead to other advancements. Ryan can talk about that all day long as far as how he can get his students into the workforce, earning good livings with benefits, and puts them on a career path that's going to be very secure in the future. So the iterations we're hoping to see going forward, as Justin talked about, was phone friendly, because just about everybody has a phone and not necessarily a home computer, and very, very enhanced so they can find skills assessment, aptitude assessment, and interest assessment. Pop up 2 or 3 of the career paths that are suitable for them, and then find out where the money is to pay for those and what's required.
And it's phone friendly as well.
Correct.
Excellent. Ryan, I wanted to pose this next question to you. Is the Southern Nevada Workforce Portal, is that open and available now for job seekers?
It is. It is. The easiest place to find it right now is to go to the homepage of the Vegas Chamber, vegaschamber.com, and it should be focused right on the front there. The direct website is SNVWFS.vegaschamber.com.
SNVWFS.
SNVWFS, Southern Nevada Workforce
Want to make sure we get that out.
Solutions, yeah. SNVWFS.vegaschamber.com.
Okay, excellent. And Jaime, why would you say, with all of your years in workforce development and workforce connections, as we say, why is this particular portal such a great resource for job seekers?
Yeah, thank you, Mary Beth. So besides being built by business, the actual demand part of this equation, it puts everything in one place. And so you only have to go to one place. And who can't remember vegaschamber.com? So the Vegas Chamber already has a one-stop for employers physically there, so all of its members and all businesses of Southern Nevada can access the public workforce development system. This is like a virtual one-stop for job seekers.
Excellent. And Justin, I want to give it to you again for one more explanation of how people can access this really valuable asset.
Sure. So as Ryan said, easiest way right now is to go to the Vegas Chamber. It is right there on the top of the homepage and very easy to find. In the coming days, we'll be adding additional links throughout the site and make it a little more accessible through Google. Also, please keep an eye out. We're going to be getting some Facebook and social ads up pretty soon to help those in need find the portal. And then lastly, I'll note for those that have resources in the community and those in the business community, as the gentleman mentioned, we want to bring supply and demand together. And of course, getting those folks that need jobs, that need retraining, that are looking for that next experience. Now we're going to work with the business community to better integrate all of the opportunities and resources they have, those applications to higher education, those applications for a job, those applications for financial aid directly into the site. So even more can happen right there. And as we mentioned, people can get on that path.
Gentlemen, on behalf of all of us at the Vegas Chamber, thank you all so much for your collaboration and your partnership and for all your work and passion toward this really valuable tool and resource on behalf of the Chamber. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mary Beth.
All right. Thanks for joining us today for this great announcement. I'm Mary Beth Seawald with the Vegas Chamber.
And we're out.
Okay.
Nicely done, guys.